Hey, what's up with y'all? Welcome to the Wire Podcast. We got Miss Connie. You know what I'm saying? I will call her the enigma of sexual wellness and health. You know.
Okay.
We have my co-host Wall Street. She is the epitome of straight and narrow and do it the right way. And then you have me, Bishop St. James, you know, your resident asshole, because that's just what I do. I'm an asshole. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And we're live on Instagram right now. We're live on TikTok. We're live on a bunch of things, you know. And we're just talking about different topics, you know. And this is what it is. You know what I mean?
Okay. We're gonna talk about. Hold on. You are someone I would say knows how to handle a man. You are very good at navigating people when you feel like it. Because there's some times when your ass be like, I don't fucking feel like, get the fuck away from me.
Okay.
But sometimes you're really good at it. So I was having lunch with a friend. A guy friend of mine who I've known since I've been here. Okay. And he was telling me about the issues and shit that he has with women. And I thought the shit was funny because we're in the same era.
Okay.
So he was like, these motherfucking bras be playing. They play too much. And I was just like, how they play too much? Because we are on shots. We started with tequila early too. Okay.
Right.
Tequila is too much.
Tequila be getting you together. And that Fortaleza, shout out to the motherfucking Fortaleza family. Because y'all are making it happen. My lunch would not have been lunch without you today. So thank you, okay?
Tyrone.
Anywho. So
who's Tyrone?
We don't know.
Oh, I know Tyrone.
I don't.
I just did a show with Tyrone.
The show.
Conversations with the congregation.
The 4 o'clock.
I'm like, who's Tyrone? What's up? What's up, Drina? Welcome to the Wire Live.
They don't listen. And I was like, well, give me an example of not listening. So he was like, I tell a chick, I'm getting off work or whatever. I'm going to be on my way to your house. When I get there, have my Hennessy.
Did he buy the bottle?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's the chick he's functioning with.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so he was like, when I get there, had a Hennessy together, right? Like, just have my cup. He says that he gets to the door, gets in the door, standing in the foyer, and she has no Hennessy for him. And he fucking loses it.
Because she didn't have the Hennessy?
Well, because he felt like I asked you to do something, you agreed to do it, and then when I got there, you didn't do it. And
she fell short.
So he says he gets in the door. Now we are role playing in the middle of the lunch spot, so the shit was extra funny. Okay. So he was just like, I get there, I'm standing in the damn doorway, and I'm like, well, so where's my politely?
But why he even gotta ask?
That was my point. Why are you asking at all?
So he had already told her.
Requesting before the drive. I'm getting off work early.
Hold on. Watch your back. Move that. Because she needs to be able to slide over.
Oh.
Right.
So he was like, I get in the doorway. I say this, I already called you in advance and put in my request, and you've agreed. That was my thing. You agreed to this request. So that meant the shit should be poured. So when I hear the keys jangling, you heard my jangle, whatever, keyless entry, whatever it is. If I hear beep, that means your ass in the house, right? Okay. Yeah. So if you in the house, why the drink ain't ready is what I want to know. So he was like, hey, where's the drink at? She was like, oh, I was going to get it. He was like, no, where's the drink at?
Right.
And she was like, no, I'm going to go get it. Shout out to my friends in Chicago, all my East Coasters.
So this is all about, this is basically him prior informing her, I'm coming by.
But he done.
And I want it's basically about knowing what your man wants and having it prepared for your man, right?
Yes.
It's basically about the bitch that barely knew him was ready for him more than the bitch that he been with was ready for him. So he like, you know what?
Well, he said they'd only been functioning for like a month.
Don't matter. If she had everything ready, he's going there.
He was like, we're done. That's exactly what he said. And he was like, because as we were talking, he was just like, there's no chicks that are built like us. And he was like, that's not happening in the dating pool right now. He was like, because there should be no reason that I can ask you. And I called in advance. I said, my problem is you called in advance and then I agreed and then I still don't do it. That's beyond. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like, I said, because he was like, they just don't listen. I said, no. Not listening is like, we driving and you say bus a left and I just don't, I don't pay attention.
And you go right.
But not listening is like, you say, hey, I noticed that this thing isn't working. I feel like we should do this and I'm still on the old regime. not I agreed and I said yes to the thing you asked me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same as I'm not listening. That's a I don't give a fuck and I do what I want to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how I took that. And so I was like, yeah, no, we can, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah,
so I
you
was
done
just
wasted
curious.
my time. You done wasted my time.
pretty
I'm
much.
pissed.
Playing and whatever dick you was gonna get, you ain't getting out.
Yo, you know what's crazy too? Like, because even when I think about things of that nature, I remember like being very, very young. And when I mean very young, like 15, and having a relationship with like a 28-year-old at the time, right?
Okay, that's
Damn.
Yeah, I be putting that dick.
Was this your
But
mother
listen,
friend?
No.
How did you know a 28-year-old at 15 and
I don't
she knew
want-
she wasn't gonna go to
I don't
jail?
want
Yes,
to get.
tell about facts.
I mean, no, she can go to jail, but I wasn't telling. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, it's just, you know, it's a lot of particulars into it. You know, I was a pretty bad kid growing up.
From where?
And I appreciate it, Drina. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh.
So I was a pretty
Where
bad
Brooklyn
kid.
at?
And she was from
Where
Yonkers.
Brooklyn
And she
at?
was from
Where-
Yonkers.
Oh, okay.
And her name was Colleen. Shout out to you,
Damn, we
Colleen.
gonna tell her name. But
I mean, I know you,
about her.
because Colleen old as fuck now. Because y'all gotta think how old I am. How old
Well,
you think she
she's
is?
60 something now.
Right, Colleen old as fuck
She's
now.
70.
So, but the one thing I will say is like, so you ever see the movies and it's always like an older woman and she educates a younger man. So it was really the epitome of that. So what happened was I'm 15 and my flirt game is really flourishing at that time. Yeah, and you gotta think about it because I'm really pursuing her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
At 15?
Yes, in the capacity too that she's in. She's really a counselor. I don't want to get too much into it. She's a
Okay.
counselor, and I'm on her.
She's gonna
Hard
lose
body.
that
Like I'm
job.
telling you, like every time she get in my face, I'm up in her face. Like, what's up? Like, ooh.
Oh
And you have to understand.
God.
At 15, I'm already 6 feet.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
Oh,
already.
God.
Yeah. I'm in
That's
her.
why these teachers be messing with these
Right.
kids.
So I'm in her face. You know what I'm saying?
Over sexualization of our children.
Right. I'm on her motherfucking helmet.
Where is
And
your mama?
that's a whole nother story. I'm on her motherfucking helmet. Until finally, you know, she's like, all right, so this weekend, why don't you just come by? Right? So,
911.
I'm about to tell you, see, like this weekend, why don't you just come by? So they had this train up there, it's called the Metro North. So the Metro North goes upstate and all that, right? So I get on the Metro North, like I'm grown, of course, at 15, African-American male in New York, obviously, you know how, if you know anything about that, you know we think we
Yeah,
grown.
yeah.
So I get on that Metro North, boom, and I get off and she picks me up and we go to her apartment. And we talk for about 10 motherfucking seconds. You know what I'm saying? About 10 motherfucking seconds. I ain't gonna lie, we talked for about 10 motherfucking seconds because she really looking at me like, all that shit you be talking.
Right.
Oh,
Like, you know what I'm saying? All that shit that's basically what it's about. She like, yeah, little nigga, all that shit you be talking, like, what's up? So you know what I'm saying? I pull that thing out on her. She's like, oh, okay. Whoa. So you know what I'm saying? So we rock one time, right? So you have to remember I'm 15. So don't lose this story. I'm 15.
Oh
So
my goodness.
I hits it once. I hits it again.
One time.
No. I hits it again.
2 times.
Right. So she's already like, oh God, okay. Yeah, remember she's like 28. So she's like, you know, they
Is
start
this
getting.
the counselor at the school?
There's a counselor, and that's I'm gonna leave it at that.
It's
She's a
somebody
counselor.
Sorry,
Right.
yeah.
So
She's 60. That's retired.
so I'm laying in the bed and shit, and you know I'm 15. I'm full of energy. She go in the kitchen though, and she come back with like some steak and home.
Right.
Wait. So there's a reason why I'm telling
Come
this
on,
story.
tell this story.
Yeah, she come back.
Grown-ass
Yeah, she
women.
come back with some steak, some home fries, some eggs and shit, some toast, and I'm like, cause I'm 15. Up until this point, I kind of had sex with some little ass girls, to be honest, like one or
That
two.
grown
At that
women.
time,
Bold enough to even pursue her.
well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
We'll put a pin in that.
Yeah, put a pin in that. Put a pin in that.
Okay.
The nerve of me. We'll
The
put a pin in that. The nerve of
audacity.
me. The audacity. The unadult.
Unmitigated
Gall.
gall.
That's it.
That's
No.
the one.
That's
Okay.
it.
You gotta say it the way we're gonna circle back so I can say it again. Go ahead.
The unadulterated
Ooh.
audacity of it.
Okay.
So listen. So she makes this food and shit, and I'm looking. I'm like, damn, you cook breakfast and all that. This is cool. She said, well, that's what a woman do for her man when her man done did his thing. So that stuck with me. Do you understand?
I get it.
At that age, I had a
Right.
grown ass woman saying, you
This
know,
is how you
when
do
a
it.
man does his job, basically she's letting me know that there's nothing that a woman won't do for him.
Correct.
So I ate this shit, and you know she got in the bed and shit, and I'm like, well, what you doing? No, you ain't going to sleep. You know, I'm gonna need that pussy again. So this is 3, right? So I smash again, right? You know what I'm saying? and we you know we take a little nap, we doze off. I hit it for the 4th time. This is the 4th time within a span of 24 hours.
Okay.
And after that, Colleen is chasing me, and I'm 15, and she's 28. To the capacity,
does she have children?
No, to the capacity
Clearly
where
not,
the grown men on the job, right, was giving her shit because they keep pursuing her and she's waving them away. And one nigga in particular is noticing, like, because this story is deep. One nigga in particular, he's noticing, like, yo, why you always talking to that little nigga? Meanwhile, I'm taller than this nigga. I'm not older than him, but I'm definitely taller.
But they got a little nigga.
Yeah, he said, why you always talking to that little nigga? And she's like, what? Nothing. Like, I talk to all of them. And she's like, no. He's like, nah, you always talking to that little nigga. So this snitch ass, bitch ass nigga, probably little dick ass nigga. You lucky I forgot your name. Couldn't get no pussy ass nigga.
Yeah, besides,
so
if you remember that.
And how old was he? He was like her age,
I think he was like 30-something, 38, something like that.
older.
And it is what it is. So this nigga right here, he basically snitched. He don't know anything, but he snitched to the administration. Like,
he made it aware.
I think she's having an affair with one of the students. I think that she's engaged in something that she should, an illicit affair with one of the students. So now what happens is, so I'm so truth be told, I'm basically in a placement place. You know what I'm saying? And where we get weekend passes that we're supposed to go home. So now they start doing their investigation and find out. So we get this nigga weekend passes and he's never going back to the city. Where the fuck is he going? So they start tracking the fact that I'm going to Yonkers. They track the fact that she lives in Yonkers.
What?
Right, because of this bitch ass nigga telling. You know what I'm saying? They track that fact. So now, so what's up with Connie? So I'm like, so now, right? I think I had went there one last weekend, right? And then I went back to the place, and they brought me in this office, and they were like, "Where were you at?" And I said, "I was home. That's where I be going. I be going home." They were like, "No, you weren't." They had my peoples in another office, and they were like, "Your people were here. They haven't seen you in 3 months."
Shut up!
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm 15. I'm taking all my weekend passes.
Trying to have a baby, huh?
I'm taking all my weekend passes, and I ain't gonna lie to you. At 15, I don't even know what pullout was.
I'm just wondering who's parenting you at this point.
Nobody's parenting me. I'm in the system. If you really want to know.
Okay, that's what I would have to know because
because I was a bad little nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah,
I was a bad little nigga. I'm in the system. But the type of placement I was in, they give you weekend passes. Like once you're doing good and you behaving, they give you weekend pass. I'm taking my weekend pass and I'm going to see Colleen.
Oh girl.
Because Colleen got the fat ass, no stomach, the nice titties. She's sucking a nigga dick.
God.
I'm just saying, she let a nigga nut in her mouth, everything. You know what I'm saying? That was the miseducation of Bishop at that point in time, right? So now they got me in this office, and they asked me hella questions. That's what I'm a stand-up nigga though. They asking me hella questions. They like, yo, we know you be with her. I'll be like, be with who? And they like, you be with Mrs. Such and Such. I said, no, I don't. Yes, we seen, because this is the system. They done contacted the Metro Transit.
Stop!
Yeah, they looking at cameras. They know that I get off at this Yonkers stop. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, I just know somebody, I'm like, I just know somebody down there. I know somebody out there. I'm not doing all that. And so basically, it was like, I didn't tell, right? And they basically made her resign. They couldn't fire her because I didn't tell. Right. They made her resign, which was cool for me because I just kept on fucking Colleen after that. So now I didn't worry. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm about and that's what it is. But that bitch ass nigga, that just shows you how the nature of a man that's spurned, the nature of a man that's not getting precipitation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. From his romantic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. From his romantic advances, like.
Now that would be simp behavior.
So no, it's definitely simp behavior. But a lot of people will say, well, Bishop, that was pedophilia. I mean, you call it what you want. Yeah. I was having a time of my life. It wasn't like she wasn't recording me. She wasn't exploiting me. What would you think about
somebody having sex with your 15-year-old son right now?
Right, I wouldn't agree with it. I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't agree with it. So, okay, so I have to be honest. It's a 50-50 thing for me. 50% is going to be like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Y'all can call me a bad dad, but 50% is going to be like, my nigga. And then the other 50% is going to be like, hey, you a grown-ass woman. Why is you fucking on my boy?
Yeah,
Like, why?
what's that intention?
But let's say.
And then she hypersexualizing a
child,
child.
right?
No, got
advancing
you.
him before
So,
his
but,
time.
But I will admit,
Like
on her behalf, I definitely learned a lot of life lessons that definitely stuck with me going forward. I learned a lot of life. I learned how to treat a woman first and foremost. I was never going to learn that from those girls. I'm sorry. I just learned. I learned how to treat a woman, meaning she didn't demean me in any manner. She didn't subjugate me to overt sexual acts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was
she
just
loved on you.
Yeah, she loved on me. She was just a woman. She loved on me.
Right.
And she took me shopping and she cooked and showed me a clean home. She really showed me how a woman was supposed to be. Which is why after her.
And then she kind of knew a little bit about your background.
Well, of course, because she could read the files.
Exactly.
She knew,
so she's a predator.
I mean, that's what other people would say.
Damn,
she's
Colleen.
a predator, honey.
So even with
Colleen, you're a predator. Okay, bitch.
And then you have to be thinking like, well, who else did you fuck with?
Yeah,
wait.
Colleen's a predator.
So wait, hold on. So even hold on.
This
let me
is what's
get
going
over
on in the
it.
system, and this is how kids get human trafficked.
This is true.
You didn't hit a yeah.
And what you know what's crazy about that is that when it's boys, everybody in at least our system treats it like he's just sowing his royal oats. He's just learning how to be a man and all this other shit. When it happens to a chick, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, now she's been sex trafficked, she's been damaged, she's
that is true. They never think that we've been like abused.
Because you're not the only
or
person I've heard this from.
Listen.
Like I have a few male friends where they're like, they have had their Miss Robinson story, and they're
Miss Parker.
All that, right? And then and when I ask the question, I'm like, you don't feel like
how
they're
old
like,
you?
no.
You like 5-0 basically, right? Like around now, I'll say like 5-0, right? So look, my first job ever in history of life was at a barbershop, right? And there was a woman, her age, bright woman, bright skin, right? Gave me the cookies.
At 52.
And
how old?
How old?
I was like 17 then.
Oh gosh, she really a predator.
She liked to smoke weed. You know why I never forget her? Because I remember she liked to smoke weed.
I'm 52 and don't even want to date a 39-year-old.
Nah, but I mean, okay, so we're gonna say they're predators. All right, obviously, I'm not gonna disagree with the ladies. The ladies said they predators, but you have to understand. You have to understand who I was. I was a very aggressive. Baby. No, I was very aggressive.
And they're even more of a predator because they already knew.
What is interesting is that these teachers, as an example,
she wasn't a teacher.
No, I'm saying in the school district,
it got hot.
All of that jazz. You see a lot of
crazy.
chicks that are teachers that end up in these lawsuits and cases and for statutory rape for fooling with boys.
Shut up, Drina.
That are, that y'all are big and healthy. And so then they function with you, and then all of a sudden, their asses are up on charges, about to lose everything behind fooling with a dude that's 6 foot something. You look like a grown ass man.
You've seen pictures of me too when I was younger.
Yes, and you're able to handle a female in that capacity.
Let them know. Let's tell you, I'll handle a female. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
The point being, it is just interesting to me how they don't ever. These women, the women will be on, especially all the Karens. It wasn't what I did. Just wasn't trying and all that. Then they get a slight slap on the hand and their life kind of goes on. But if a man had done that to a female student, their asses would be and being raped by the inmates. It would be like all this nonsense.
Yeah, the standard is definitely a big separation of the standard. It definitely is. That is true. Right or wrong, Connie? That's true, right?
That's definitely true. Yep. That's definitely true.
Y'all over here parents. This is so crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm a parent. I'm a parent of a...
What the fuck turn into our conversation?
Yeah, what we doing?
Now we having a menage. We having an orgy.
I'm sorry.
Online orgy.
What are you doing?
No, I thought he was on the live. I'm trying to...
Oh, no, that was a FaceTime. He keep FaceTiming.
Get your ass off the phone.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
FaceTiming.
That's my nephew.
Okay, so
I gotta make sure my nephew good.
No,
so I want to see his face on the phone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Family
so no, this happened to my son. So I never made my oldest son babysit his brother. Right. I was never that parent.
Okay.
I wanted him to enjoy childhood. I never put the responsibility on him of parenting my child. Right. So I would bring a babysitter in. I had one babysitter. I wouldn't take my kids out the house You come to my house. Everything is at my house.
Right.
I've
Right.
always had that kind of house.
Doing in-home nanny. basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the sister aged out, and then the little, she had 5 sisters. She was like, I don't really want to babysit no more, so I'm going to have my sister do it. And I'm like, okay. The sister comes, and I have my son, my nephew, and all these other people over at the house.
Mm-hmm.
She smashes every last one of them little niggas. They 12, she like 16.
What?
She screwed my son. Okay, she screwed my nephew. He gay. He don't even like pussy no more. Like, she blew him out. He said auntie. And these kids didn't tell me this till they was like 18. And I was having a conversation with my son about sex. And he was like, well, Mom, I told you the first time I had sex. And I was like, no, I don't remember. Because me and my children grew up with each other. And he was like, well, April. And I was like, what the hell is April?
The
And he was like, the babysitter. I said, I was driving. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. And then my nephew, they was like, man, they was some freaks, auntie. They used to be making us like their titties and that. Man, I thought that girl.
Who is the they?
The sisters. It was 5 of them. So the
All
other
the
one would
sisters.
come over, girl. They was over there. He was like, auntie, it would
That's
literally
wild.
be like an orgy when you left.
That's wild.
So you the white people whose kids be having them wild ass parties. Now you the white people.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
Jesus!
wild. That's
Grew it out
definitely
Beverly
wild.
Hills.
That blew me though. Because one thing my son never said, he never described the story like he described it. Like, he
Yeah,
was
Jimmy.
busting down and too old for his age. My son was like, he says, I was molested by my babysitter.
So she was getting naked. Basically, as soon as you left the house, pretty much, she got
Man,
naked and she's fucking all
she
the
was
boys
in there
the
cooking, and I'm thinking I'm being a good mom.
So did they feel like they was forced to do it? I'm being
Yeah,
serious.
well, my nephew, he
The gay one.
He like a girl right now. Yeah.
So he felt he was forced to have sex.
Yeah,
with her.
he was like,
But your
she had
son-
him doing all kind of stuff
I
to
got you.
him.
But your son didn't feel that way, did he?
Nah, they just
Right.
took him.
He
Yeah,
liked that shit. Yeah, he liked that shit.
So fucking ridiculous.
No, listen, because I've been a boy. I was him a man. I've been a boy.
But it hypersexualized him. You know what I'm saying?
It might
gave
have, you
him
know
an
what?
early
I
appetite
never
because
thought about that.
now,
Yes.
because when I finally found that out, it was after he had did so much stuff. Like, I literally would lock his ass out the house because he wouldn't come home in time. And I was like, well, if you can't be in this house by a certain time, you getting locked
It
out.
didn't hypersexualize me.
So then he even took, I let him take Cece's sister to prom. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Cece.
Right.
Right. From Cleveland.
Right.
He took his sister to prom. This bitch kidnapped my son. She was like 19, 21, graduated from school. He like 16. I'm dating a cousin. We engaged. Love him to death still.
Yeah.
He like, let Stefan take her to prom. They disappeared for 5 days.
Oh,
5
damn.
days.
5 fucking days.
She-
How do youngsters with
She
nothing?
easily. She didn't hypersexualize me. That's what I meant to tell you. How I felt. I felt like she gave me such an enormous ego and maturity that I shouldn't have had.
And
yet.
my son is very mature.
You get what I'm saying? That I
They,
shouldn't
that
have.
you,
So-
they
so when I-
advance you.
so
It's like
peep game.
drinking when
Yeah.
you're 18. When you're 21,
so-
you're like, fuck it, I don't
So what I mean by that is like now when
Oh,
when-
Bishop.
Now,
Yep, it's
who
me.
is
A
that?
purpose.
I don't know who that is.
What time?
I don't know who that is. But so when I finally left the
Yeah.
facility, when I entered regular high school, them niggas wasn't ready for me.
Right.
Because once I got a hold of your bitch in
It's
high school,
over.
it was over.
Game
I
over.
have been fucking a grown ass woman for years. Once I got a
Right.
hold of these little ass girls,
Right.
yeah, I remember. So when I
Yeah.
re-entered society, I was a sophomore in high school. I was a monster, and I'm playing basketball. I'm tall, I'm athletic. You know, I got the R. Kelly's popping. I got the bald head and shit. I got
Oh,
the baby
shit.
mustache.
Okay.
Right, I got the baby
Okay.
mustache.
Okay.
I already know how to talk.
Hey, big chocolate nigga gonna always
Right.
win.
I talk.
In every neighborhood.
I'm talking about. I'm the nigga and the
And you
auditorium.
got a little bass.
So look, so you know when you go,
Yeah,
you know
your
the
voice can change.
you know the auditoriums in your school.
Yes.
You know there's always side steps. I'm
Yes.
getting head in the side steps. I'm getting
Oh,
head
Jesus.
in with the curtains. You know, it's curtain. I'm in the last curtain. All type of shit going on. I mean, I'm in the middle of the hallway where all the lockers at. One girl like, I thought I was your girl. The other girl like, I thought I was. I'm like, listen, y'all
Why
both.
you-
No.
why-
I'm like, y'all both my girl.
Y'all, oh my god.
So that
I'm
was
not
the
a girl,
that was the start of the whole
girl,
polygamy,
girl.
the whole polygamous movement. I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
y'all both my girls. Like, Why can't both of y'all be my
He
girls?
said, I am Lil Wayne.
And I'm very
I am actually
convincing.
fucking
I'm very
every
convincing.
girl
I'm
in
like,
the world.
I'm
Not
very
I
convinced.
wish.
I'm like, y'all both my girls. Do you understand? Like,
Come on, Drake.
I got enough love for you and you.
Come on,
why,
dark skin
why are
Drake.
you trying to put my one love in a locker and lock it up? No, babe, I got enough for you and you.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That's at a young age, but as I got older, it got deeper more into the community aspect of it. Like I said, like me and you talk all the time. Y'all know I joke around a lot, but I'm being serious right now. It's like I explain to Wall Street all the time. The white man gave us this morality that we now live by. It is not our morality. It is not our morality.
It is not our culture.
We come from a culture of multiple wives, strong, large communities. Do you understand? It was never sexual. It's just strong, large communities which made us strong enough and able to defend ourselves against our enemies and neighboring tribes. So this is why you did these things. This is why you had certain number of wives, because you wanted to have more sons. You wanted to have more daughters. Remember we was talking about this?
Well, that's what
We
the
ain't gonna get
slave
into
master
that.
would do.
Wait, no, this is before him. This
Yeah.
is way before him, when we were just in
Oh, you
Africa.
mean in the tribes. Okay.
Before we knew what black was. See, we weren't black in Africa. We were just Africans. You
Yeah.
understand?
Whatever
The
you're-
white man said that we were black.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Ungozi, Dabazi. I can go on and on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The white man said we black. Just like the white man was never white. He was Caucasoid. He was Anglo-Saxon. He was never white.
Well, right. Or you were German and Spanish.
They were never white. You know what I'm
Portuguese
saying?
and all that.
We
They
were
were
never
not
black.
Caucasians.
We weren't black and we
shit
weren't
didn't happen.
Negro.
Right.
You understand? That's a
Right.
label that they put on us. But anyway,
Right.
I'm
you know,
copper.
that morality is placed on you by the white man.
I know.
I know you
I just had
preaching
to
right
say
quick.
some shit.
Hold on.
I'm
What?
copper.
Nigga,
You have a copper tone, though. I'm gonna keep it a bean. You got a copper tone. It is what it is.
I'm gonna need you to bring that on down to bronze.
I'm
like
Bronze?
a dark
Copper?
bronze.
like
Yeah.
I'm copper.
Did
She's
you
good.
seen a copper cup?
She feel like she's copper.
I'm copper.
Okay.
Living my
So you
life
gonna be
like I'm
orange with
copper.
blonde hair.
Living my
Yeah,
life
right.
like I'm
Let's
copper.
hear Donald Trump.
Hold on, let me see something. Hold on, so I got this little shake thing. Yeah, this is damn near about that complexion.
That shit is champagne and bronze.
Copper.
I'm not about to. That is not copper.
Am I copper, y'all?
I just called her as Donald Trump. Copper is
Copper.
the lid to the Tito's. You
Copper.
see Tito's? You bring your orange ass up over here with your blonde hair. We're gonna call you
What
Donald
color
Trump.
is this?
That is bronze.
Copper, no.
Oh,
It's got too much
bronze.
Bronze,
to it.
which is
Yeah.
what I literally.
I'm bronze.
Thank you.
Copper.
Get our black people together with
You
all
know I
that.
changed colors.
You know, we
though,
sat here
with
and
my
talked
hair
about
color.
colorism.
But it's like when I tell her about that, you know, she's a little apprehensive, of course, you know, because you know her too.
Everything she say is right.
Well, not to me, not when she's talking to me. I don't have that problem. I'm not gonna lie to you.
apprehensive
I'm not gonna.
about
No,
that at all. I
no.
think-
Listen, you are. No, listen. There's nothing wrong with it. You are really whitewashed.
Yeah,
And there's
you
nothing-
are.
You whitewashed because your people were whitewashed, and they handed that down to you. No, this is serious. I'm being serious now. You're
That is why you
whitewashed.
identify as a coconut.
No, he's sitting here saying you've both experienced me through different
You are
phases of my
whitewashed.
dating
There's nothing wrong with
phase.
being whitewashed. It's not about dating.
It is about that
No.
because I can't get to marriage without dating you. So some of this.
Who thinks about marriage? See, that's what I mean. You are whitewashed.
You're talking about polygamy, are you not?
Who thinks about
That's
marriage?
not
But are you
marriage.
talking about?
That's not marriage.
You and I had the conversation, and on our last go around, you said, I want to have multiple wives. In this conversation,
Right.
you also said multiple wives.
Yes.
Wives are a part of marriage, is it not?
No, not
So you
not
can-
in the traditional marriage that the white
Any
man.
Concubines,
polygamy-
wives,
No.
partners.
No, I'm asking.
Okay,
'Cause
in
partners
Africa,
is different. And
right?
you said they take
in,
multiple wives.
in Africa, there was no priest, there was no paper, there's none of that. That's just
How
your
are we
wife.
defining wives?
It's a claim.
It's a
That's my
ceremony.
wife. It's a ceremony.
Yeah.
That's a claim.
That's like the African.
So
I told
if there is
you.
a claim, then there's a version of commitment, and even if you have multiple of them, you're calling them wives, are you not?
Wives.
Yeah, but it could be a jumping of the broom.
right.
That's not my point. He's sidestepping the fact that he said wives and marriage. If you're having a ceremony,
That's fine. I mean,
if
I can
you're
sit here and say
having a commitment,
bitches, chicks, women.
you
I
could,
can
but
go
then
on and
that
on.
would be completely different.
No,
But
it
go
wouldn't
ahead,
be.
finish what you were saying.
I don't
since
think
we're not
so.
gonna have that conversation.
Well,
Go ahead.
it's a fine conversation. Like for me, I know you don't agree with it. And I'm not against that. You know, you're supposed to.
I
agree with
am
it.
not saying that. I'm
You
saying
know.
if that's what,
What
you
I,
want to do,
what I
and the
what I
people
believe in,
your
what I
company
believe
want to
in,
do that,
like when they
that
always
works for you.
when they always talk about this black unity, this black love, I believe that it's gonna kind of start there because there's no tight knit communities because within ourselves, we're no longer build communities because we were taught not to do that.
I would
Do
agree
you
with
understand?
that. We're
We were
very
taught not to.
individualistic.
Do you know how strong each tribe was? Like, remember me and you had a conversation. Like, so my brother dies. Guess what happened? His wife became my wife,
Exactly.
and I looked out for his kids.
Exactly.
Right.
Do you understand? It wasn't even a sexual thing. It was a
Yes.
commitment thing, an oath,
Yes.
a promise, a community love thing.
If that's the case, then it's really family.
That's all it's about. That is what
Community.
polygamy is about. Community,
That's
family.
Then it okay. All right.
But the problem is, a lot of you squares, the emotional ties that the white man has taught you to believe in interfere with that. That's
Actually,
what I
that
believe.
is not the problem. The problem is that when people talk about polygamy in general, they're hypersexualizing it out of their damn greed.
Not the ones that I've witnessed
my
God.
conversate about it.
This is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's what we do. I like
Yeah.
it.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
I don't
these
give a
little
fuck.
these
I'm
little
not-
young boys on Tagged and Big O and all. Yeah, they don't know what the fuck polygamy is. They just want a bunch of girls to fuck on. Yeah.
But
I'm
without
talking
the
about-
responsibility of being able to cover a person, and that is a problem. You want to have the access to these.
Can
women
you deal with
without-
your man that you love on physically, mentally, spiritually, having 4 other women that he loves on spiritually, physically? Can you deal with that?
I
you.
don't want to do it.
Right.
Do you
I
have
don't want
children?
to.
Right.
I know
Do you have children?
No, dog. I ain't gonna forget that. We need to see her
Nigga, I'm
face.
just like, I
Look,
don't want to.
Why don't you want to? Because that's what you were taught.
No, I don't want to because I'm in a different phase of my
You
life.
were taught.
I don't
I
want
swear
to because
I
I'm in
swear
a
to
different
the
phase of
universe,
my
you
life.
were taught. Had you not been taught that, there would not be a phase. I truly believe there wouldn't
All
be a
the
phase.
shit is
This
fucking
is really
phase.
all about cause and effect. We can ask each other the same question, but where do we start? Where is it ending? Where is the middle? All this is cause
That's
and
true.
effect. She hasn't lived the life that you've lived.
Right.
You haven't lived the life that I've lived. She doesn't have children. She hasn't been through all of the
Right.
dynamics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you say it's all community, but the prefix of the story is you was fucking at 15. You was getting head here and there. So you sexualize the conversation prior to having the conversation. So it's all about content
Not
and
necessarily.
context right now.
Right now, yeah. 'cause
You know,
we've
right
had this
now.
conversation
You know
before
what I'm
I
saying?
ever even
No, I'm saying right
revealed
now in
that,
this
yeah.
platform. So it's kind of like, oh, it's about community. It's not about sex. But it was like, oh, I've been getting dick. I've been getting head. I've been getting.
But I didn't know anything about that life then.
I know,
Yeah.
but you understand the conversation is minutes apart from each other. Then you're dealing with somebody who is somewhat bit of she's kind of like put herself in this traditional box of wanting to achieve these goals of a home, a house, a kid,
Right.
you know, and we can't. You gotta let her be in her
No,
moment.
oh, definitely.
If it
I
don't
always
happen
do.
or not.
Always.
But it is a personal goal, no matter where it came from.
I always let her be in her moment.
Hereditary, cultural, whatever it is.
Concubine.
It
Right,
just
right,
kinda
Gina.
works.
Concubine.
Yes, a concubine, a wife, a partner, those are the same thing. Marriage is not really a culture thing. It is literally a way for them to understand which one of you motherfuckers they gonna tax.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's economic.
It don't have nothing to do with your relationship.
So
It's highly
it's
economic.
pretty much a financial
It's like
levy.
the book of
It's a financial
Negroes.
levy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you think about it, more or
Yeah,
less,
that's
it's
what I
a
was like,
financial
alright.
levy.
Yeah.
I would say more like, I think marriage in general is a business. I think people
Definitely a
do the
business.
they do the most with trying to make it about love when it's really about transference of wealth.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the
Of estate,
it's
wealth,
about
you're
the
right.
two families that are joining together. I'm
Oh.
not
Let me
gonna
see. We got 30
marry
minutes.
down.
I think you're ready to go there.
You know,
Yeah.
I
You ready to go
I
there?
you sure we can go there? Any day you want to.
The
man.
show
ready
I
to
was
go
on
there?
earlier
You ready to
today,
go there?
he said if I give you a pie and you cut it in 4 parts and you make it finances, trust, sex, and love,
Okay.
what is your percentile of each one?
But if you just split the pie, isn't it all 25%?
And 4.
No,
No,
it's
you're
4.
giving 100
Or you
to
can
0
split
to
it any
each
way
one.
you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
any
but
way
you
you
only
want.
get
Wait.
4 components.
But you get
Okay.
4
So
people.
he wanted me to put them in
Got
order.
it.
So I would give trust 85%.
Mm.
And
In today's world?
5%, yes, in
Okay.
today's world, and 5% to romance, to sex, 5% to finance,
So the whole
and
thing has
5% to love.
It all
Because
has
you
to
gotta
add to
trust
love.
people.
100%.
You gotta trust somebody to fuck
do
with
any
your
of the
money.
rest of them. Yeah.
You gotta fuck
I
with
can see
somebody
that.
to fuck with your body.
Yeah.
You gotta trust them to fuck with, to even think about loving somebody.
Right.
You gotta trust yourself.
Yeah.
That this motherfucker really don't
That's
have bad
true.
intentions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
listen, I'm gonna give you 85% trust. You gotta be on that.
Right.
Money, I know how to make money. I
Right,
know how to
Gina.
be resourceful. I know how to live.
Right.
Sex, I teach this shit. But I know how to make you make me do what I need to do.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? And love don't got shit to do with nothing if I don't fucking like you.
But if you were 30, would you say the same thing? Thinking back to what you know of yourself at 30, would you have given
At
those
30,
percentages?
my mother, get married. You about to get old. You ain't gonna look like this in 20 years. You done had
Shout out
two
to
kids.
Samantha.
No, that's what my grandma, and it's like, look
But
at me
that's
now.
crazy. But you know where that comes from, right?
Yeah.
Where does it come
All my
from?
family was like, marry you an old man. Don't marry a man that love you. Marry
where
a
did-
man that loves you, not that you love.
But where
Like,
does that come from?
That's that slave mentality.
Okay, so you know I'm going somewhere with it. They were
Okay.
taught that
Yes.
by someone that was
Yes,
taught that.
that's that
You see what I'm
slave
saying? See what I'm
Well, you're
talking?
doing that purely
Learn,
out of survival, too.
learn
Yeah.
behavior.
No,
learn
I-
behavior.
And I literally tell my family, like I talk to my cousin, she's 74, and my mother is 69. We FaceTime every day, you know that.
Yes,
we laugh
I
and
do.
we talk on the phone. They both have long relationships with these men that's breaking them down. It would be the most insane thing for me to find a broken ass nigga at 50 plus years old to lean on me for the next 10, 15 years. When I'm like this, living like this, looking like this, moving like this, to
Right.
pull in a patient and have this motherfucker
Yeah,
leaning
damn
on me,
hospice
bitch.
wife.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
Hospice
it's not.
wife.
I don't
I'm not
disagree
like
with
being
that.
a hospice wife.
I mean, because I don't know why I don't disagree with that because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel like so my energy is young. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My mentality is young. I'm very vibrant. I'm very active.
Yes.
And a lot of people will be,
Aging
a lot of
up
people will be like, oh well Bishop, you should like find like 50-something-year-old women and 60-something. Why the fuck should
Yeah,
I?
why?
Because what if this bitch is damn near half dead, ready to lay down?
Man,
Her
this is
energy is
okay.
gonna transfer from me,
But you could
and
find
she's
a
gonna.
young 50 or a young 60.
Girl,
But it's hard
ain't nobody
to
out there.
find people
I
like
look,
that.
I look for the energy that I like. Do you understand? That
Yes.
energy might be in a 28-year-old. That energy might be in a 38-year-old. Let me finish.
could be.
The energy might be in a 40-year-old. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's all about energy for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's about energy for me. I get around someone, I feel the vibe. If the vibe, it's really, and it's not like it's not a hypothesis. That electricity, that spark, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
You will feel the vibe. That's why it's always good to go out with someone, maybe have some drinks or just eat. But you want to feel the energy. You need to feel that. If that energy's not there, then maybe probably not. That's not the person for you.
And I think you know that from
And do you
dealing with
understand?
me.
And this is energy without
'Cause I'm
having
very
any sexual
dismissive.
relations whatsoever. This is
Exactly.
the energy, as human beings, we are made up of electricity. You understand?
Yes.
So that energy, mentally and
Let's get into the
psychologically.
quantum of things.
Yeah, mentally and,
Magnetism.
and psychologically, that energy is gonna bang. Like,
Yep.
trust me, you know when it bangs. I mean, some people make the misnomer of saying, "Oh, that's love at first sight." No, it's just
good lust.
that's a
The
person.
energy and the vibration.
Vibration.
That's a person
What's the
that's for you.
frequency?
That's
Yeah.
all it is. That's a
Yep.
person that's for you.
Now you got to figure
And-
out where to place him at.
Right, because people be
That's where you
fucking
gotta
up
figure out
on
placement.
likability, like the different types of likability or attraction rather. People don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that you can be attracted to a person
And
that's
not
just they're
be sexual.
intellectually
Yes.
attractive and you're just like, God, I love this, or that
Yes.
person's magnetism because I don't feel as magnetic and I love their charisma, but that doesn't mean I need to be fucking you.
That right.
Right? You're
Like,
just meant to be in my life to
yes.
help me be more of what that is.
To help me be greater.
Yes.
Yeah, and people can't seem to take that, and I feel like with all this
Even-
odd shit that
And
folks are going
especially
through.
moving about as single individuals,
Yeah.
we have to date and interact with other people so we maintain our level of femininity.
Yeah, that's
So we
true.
stay woke, so we
Okay.
understand
Yeah.
what our partner, our ideal partner is really looking for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
who we are and how we showing up.
Right.
Because if we talking to 3-4 people within a 6-month period and we hear the same thing about ourselves, or
We
we
need to work
being
on that.
unsuccessful at every last situation, then bitch, it's time to reset and evaluate yourself.
Right.
That's true.
How you showing up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
it's and me, like I'm very dismissive of relationships, but I'm the one who dismisses them. But I don't burn bridges.
You feel like you got the
But I
power
just look
because
at
you do
you and
that?
I know we can't be here we can't do forever. So why would I waste my
She
time
heard you.
right now?
She
You
heard
over
me.
here laughing.
What did he say?
That
So
she
you-
did not hear you.
No. What do you say?
I say you feel like you got the power when you the one that dismissed the relationship?
No, it's not about a power thing. 'Cause I
Okay.
definitely like a strong alpha male.
Gotcha.
But I already know when shit just ain't going.
Right, we do know. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, we know when shit
I
ain't just
already
right.
know.
Shit ain't right.
Yeah. And it's just like when I text, like you say, when I text you, like, what them lips doing, you like, you so silly. Delete. Ain't that what he said?
Yeah,
It's
block,
that.
delete.
Yeah, it's like spam.
Because you don't match my energy.
Yeah.
Like you don't match my energy. If you don't
Yeah.
you don't match my energy. You know, and a lot of people don't understand that, and that's the problem. And I could really address this to more of the squarish, you know, institutionalized married types. Like, you guys don't allow yourselves to be you. You're so busy trying to conform to what she likes, and she's so busy trying to conform to what you like, but nobody's conforming to what they like and
Yeah.
seeing if they're compatible.
But I don't
Do you
think
understand?
should
It's
be
very
married
important to
at
be
all.
you.
I don't think you should be in any form of relationship if you don't know where you're at. If you feel like you can't be yourself.
I can't wait for you to be free. I hope it happens.
But did you just spit off
You just spit all over my leg. And we got that
on
recorded.
tape? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, that was funny.
Oh,
And
man. Hey, y'all. Miss
that is a chopped up.
Miss Connie don't swallow, y'all. She's a spitter.
Oh,
She's a spitter.
We're gonna slice that particular part, and that's the new reel.
Yeah, that's going down. Look, Drina laughing.
Shit.
Drina laughing.
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all. Miss Connie is a spitter. She's not a swallower. She just spit all over the goddamn
I
pan.
still have to learn about you, my friend.
This is crazy.
That caught me off guard. It was
Yes.
just so real. It was so appropriate.
This
it was
shit is
like,
crazy.
What is all like
fucking wait for
Negro
you
was
to
just-
just
My fault.
fucking
Maybe I
relax.
shouldn't have said that.
You gotta time one-liners to when people aren't eating.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no
right
idea
next to
what
you
she
with a
was
whole
Even on
doing.
my show, I told my guests, don't drink right now, because I
You gotta
promise
finish.
you,
I'm about to say
this
something.
is about to blow you right now.
Oh my
like, you're
God.
gonna spit all over the place.
That's
Like, you gotta prepare.
You all right? It was just water.
I know it was funny
I'm
as
sorry.
fuck. It was funny as fuck. Cause I know it tickled you to the core. That's why I'm laughing. You like, ooh, God. And I
That
don't.
nigga, listen, it was like we was on Key West and he just put that straw straight through the coconut. Like, release.
No, but I'm so serious. I really just can't. Because when I say that, it's a freedom that I enjoy that I think you would enjoy. And you don't allow yourself to it. You're so.
What did I say that just made you
No,
feel
it's
that
No,
way?
not
no,
that.
I
So let
know
me
you. It's
explain
not
to
that you said
her.
anything at this moment. I'm just thinking about all the years I
Let
know
me
you're just
explain to
so.
you like what he's saying. Even with me and my radio show and the content, and you know how it was like, oh my mama.
Game
gonna
coach,
kill
what's
me.
up with it, man?
You know.
Okay.
And
Live
just being
taping,
like,
podcast.
This is really who I am. I'm like grown.
Yeah.
You know.
But why is it so hard for you to feel like this is who I am?
Oh, I don't know why he said that, but.
Well, it's not hard for me. It's definitely no. So since it's not hard for me. I just envision you. So you're gonna have people in your life that envision other things for you. You understand? And you're not in control of that. They envision other
You
things.
envision a whole lot of stuff, but I'm still who the fuck I am sitting in front of you. So
Right,
why,
that's
if we're
fine. Okay,
literally
no,
having-
that's fine. No, listen, don't
Go
take
ahead.
it the way you take. See,
I am
that's the
not
white.
taking
That's the
it.
white man in your life again. Don't
Oh,
take
my
that.
fucking
Yeah,
God.
we go. Don't
Go
take it.
ahead.
Don't take it the way you're taking it. You understand? Listen, you got to understand. Free. When I say free, free is without. It's almost without a conscience. And when I say without a conscience, because I know I'm about to back this up, I mean without the conscience that we're taught to have. Do you understand? Because we're taught to have a certain type of conscience. No, and
But my question is, why do you feel that way? So just because I don't express
because
that
I
to
can
you
see
does
the
not mean
animal.
that
I can
doesn't
see the
exist.
animal in you, and I'm like, let it out.
Right,
And
but
there is
that
a
may
level
be
of
for a
It's
person.
really
it just
him
not be
saying
in
you're
this situation.
conservative.
Well, that's
But I
fine.
am. I'm in
Yeah.
fucking public. public. What
And
the
that's
fuck am I
what-
supposed
What's
to be
up?
doing?
And that's what he's
I'm in
saying.
public all the time.
And that's just like me. Like, I just
Wait,
came
hold
off
on,
the show,
hold on,
and I
hold on.
just said F, F,
Wait,
F, and
wait,
I'm
wait,
laughing,
hold on.
cussing, and drinking, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in trouble.
I'm in public all the motherfucking time.
Okay.
It almost don't get no more public than me. I'm in public all the fucking time, but I'm still me, and that's just what it is. You know? And I like that. I like that little way.
Are you?
I'm 100% me.
Okay.
Some things I just don't say because I ain't trying to go to fucking prison. But yeah, I'm 100% me.
Okay then.
Oh,
Then
okay.
the standard applies then across the board.
It doesn't apply to
I
me.
don't have
No.
to be going. I don't have to be going to prison for that. But just because I don't act out all the time.
Let them nipples out sometimes.
No, honey,
okay?
you just had somebody dropping nipples out, and then you excommunicated the bitch off the show. Like, what the
I didn't
fuck?
excommunicate her off the show.
Goddamn, it's the clip making.
But I don't mean.
Niggas got
it was
fucking,
just
the unmitigated, the fucking nerve, the audacity,
There we go.
this
There we go.
fucking
There we
egregiousness,
go. That's
and
right.
your
Drink the rest-
unadulterated,
Drink the rest of your grapes.
unmitigated
Yeah.
gall
Drink the rest of your grapes.
of
Come on.
you.
We almost there.
No, it's already gone.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
almost,
holding it for
we
the
almost,
phrase.
we almost where I need you to be. Come
No,
on,
it's
we
all
almost
right.
there. We almost
No,
there. You gonna
no.
fight me? You gonna make sure that don't
I'm
happen? huh?
suppressing.
Why would you suppress?
I'm being an asshole.
You was
because
almost
you're being
there.
an asshole.
That's
Okay.
fine, but you know me. You know I'm an asshole. Listen, why you just don't like
Coming
that
for
up?
me, nigga.
I would never come for you.
I feel like you are.
No, I would never come for you.
Okay, well then. move on.
Listen. The red pill or the blue pill? I would never come
I'm
for you.
very much not in the matrix about shit. Just
The
because I
red
don't
pill
agree
or the
with
blue
you
pill?
about things
The
sometimes.
red pill or the blue pill? That was
We're
the
red-
question.
We are very clear. Whichever one of the fuck ones that he took to be on the outside of the matrix, I have that. Just because
You have
I
that?
don't choose to engage in that all the time does not make it any one way or the other. I can still want something just like you want something. I'm over badgering you and your polygamous activities.
My polygamous activities?
Yes.
What activities with that?
Whatever those
with that,
activities are, because I don't have to out you. I don't have to make you feel bad about any of those.
I would never feel bad about it though.
Okay.
Honestly,
Well, I'm
it's
saying-
really at this point in time.
And
It's
I'm
really
not
just
going
a
to tell you that
belief.
you're wrong. I don't, but I'm saying
just a
I'm not
belief.
telling that you're wrong for
Preach.
believing that way.
Right, it's just a belief.
Okay. And you can have that.
I just like to see my sister free. That's all, baby.
Okay, well, so
What
what does
What
that
you
even
know-
indicate?
what
What
you know
is that
about
for
that?
you? You sound like my mom. But I just would really wish that you'd have a baby. Some
No.
people aren't meant to
I don't
fucking
really wish you would have a
kids.
baby. I would just like to see you free.
I didn't say that, but you're saying, okay, I wish you to be free. What does that fucking mean
What
for
does
you?
free consist of?
Yes.
Free consists
Freedom,
of
freedom,
not having the
freedom.
mental restraints that are placed upon us from attending these white people's schools.
Okay, so
from
if I tell
unfinished from
you-
listening to this white man's doctrine our whole life, whether it's via our parents, via these churches. I can go on and on.
Okay.
That's freedom for me.
So if I tell you, okay, I don't want to be, as far as I'm concerned, your way of handling polygamy.
No,
is not
it's not polygamy.
No, but let's just
What
use
did I
that
just
as
say?
a-
Did
hold
I
on,
just say
let's use
freedom?
that-
I never said polygamy, right? I
I
said
am
freedom.
using that
Right or wrong?
as the example.
Right or wrong? Didn't I say freedom?
We're gonna get there. I'm about to address it. So
Address
for me,
the freedom part.
okay, I should
Okay.
be free then. If I agree that we should all be able to be
Ain't
free to
none
love
free.
who the fuck we want and whenever, I don't want to be with just one dude. And I don't want to be like, I love your idea of communal activity, but sometimes I'm going to get tired of your ass because you get on my fucking nerves.
That's true.
As does anybody else that gets on my fucking nerves. Go the fuck away, leave me be.
That's true.
Negroes want to burn down whole ass houses and barns and everything else. Be like, that's so unfair. Y'all don't need to do that. You shouldn't be having sex. It's not about me having sex. You don't mentally stimulate me on all levels. I don't need to have sex with everybody for that. I
I'm
am
just curious
freaking
that
free.
I never mentioned sex though the whole time.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that other people make it about polygamy, about sex.
Yeah, but we're
in the
discussing.
masses.
But we're discussing
And so
us
I'm
three
saying-
right now, and I haven't
So
mentioned
for
sex.
me, if I were to say that I don't disagree with the act of it, I don't necessarily have to be with one person. I don't want to be capped with one person to be like, okay, well, I look for you to meet all of my needs, just like I don't think that I'm able to meet 100% of your needs all the time. It doesn't mean that I'm not open to trying that. It doesn't mean that I'm abjectly against it. But I'm honest, if a person is like, listen, I need you to be faithful, committed, loyal, dutiful, and all these things, cool, whatever's good for the goose needs to be good for the gander. That's how I feel.
Right. Right.
So now you can get off of all this indoctrination shit and me
I
being
am
free.
totally not on that. Because the reason why I even brought it up is because I remember initially when we started taping tonight, her first actual phrase and comments. Yeah, I don't
Go
forget
ahead.
anything.
Come on.
Was yes. Do the laundry, girl. Make dinner tonight. Yeah, I need the rest. You know.
Oh, her comment.
Yes,
Okay.
Connie's, and it made perfect sense. It
Yes,
is
communal.
it is almost the embodiment of what it is, and the fact that she hold on real quick. I'm gonna let you get that. The fact that she embraces it. This is what so many women don't embrace because once again, i.e., you are whitewashed. You are a product of mimic behavior. You have no understanding of what it would be like to be you. Originally you. You are taught from youth to be like this. Do you understand? But yeah, go ahead, Connie.
I was just saying that it's definitely a very, very thin line because ultimately there are roles.
Right, Drina.
It is
Right.
what it is. There are roles. And I think, that whole word free. Like I said, it's such we have these words, but people coming from different places and different mindsets. So I just feel like it's not going to be tit for tat. Nothing is going to be reciprocated because we separate people.
Right.
But then hence we see
separation.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like you're not going to
Which
think
is
like
another
I
thing
think. Like
that-
I could say, I wish he would just do this. Well, he's not you. He's not a female. You
Who
know what I'm
inserted
saying?
that separation is though? The
You-
colonials.
Yeah,
That's
but
where we get
either
that
way,
separation
you
from
know what
as
I'm
a
saying?
people.
Everybody has to play a role in this relationship, and if we all being the same person, then there's going to be some missing components in the relationship, which
Right.
is called a household. Because if we all are about the economic turn of it, and you get your money, I got my money, I got to have my stuff, that's where we're supposed to be before we become one.
Right.
Facts.
Because once we become one, like, don't stifle my growth, I won't stifle your growth. But the roles do shift, you know?
They do. And
They
your
shift.
desires are going to change.
Yeah.
And whomever you are with, that you start out with, the people that you start out with, I think it's very difficult.
Coach,
to start
leave
out
that
with
woman
20 and
alone,
remain with
Coach.
the same
What
person.
she say?
No, I'm looking at them on my live. They
What
talking
they
about
say?
something. He's talking to this woman that's on there.
Oh.
They talking about something completely different.
Yeah, but it's just, to be free, it's really free is to do what you want to do. Be free to have that vision, that imaginative, whatever it is, however that happy
Without fear,
bubble
without
look
fear
for
of
you.
repercussions, though.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about the learned behavior
Allow
part.
people their
Mo-
journey.
Most people don't do it because inherently, in the back of their subconsciousness, is a repercussion.
They
it's
don't
a,
do
it's
what?
a repercussion
Cause and
trait.
effect.
Right.
They don't
Cause
do
and
what?
effect. Because
What are
they
you talking
don't
about?
truly be free. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an example. So Shatima. I don't know what Shatima, I'm just saying. Shatima.
Okay, I was like-
Shatima goes to the club with Valerie and Lisa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes Shatima sees a fine ass guy there and he's flirting with her and he's like, yo, hey, yo, why don't you just come outside and call me real quick and we can talk more. And sometimes Shatima entertains the idea and the
Right.
thought of, yeah, I should just go out there and just suck him off real quick.
Sometimes.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But she won't do it because what? The fear of the moral repercussion.
Yes, but what if you've already lived that life?
No, no, you didn't hear. That's the example I gave. So many people are like that. They have an inherent fear of moral repercussion.
Yeah,
Do you
that's-
understand?
I mean, I agree with that.
You understand what
That's
I'm saying?
real.
I can see that.
Especially
Isn't
if
it-
you grew up in any level of religion.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You know you being watched.
man. And one thing I will tell you,
Yeah.
yo, listen, and I'm gonna say it. Y'all might not agree with me. One of the greatest things you colonials ever did was introduce religion to the slaves. Because they had cap. Let me hold on. My fault. Yeah, you black people might not like me. You're probably gonna ban me, tell TD Jakes on me and all that. I don't care. The greatest thing the colonials ever did was say, you know what? So Lincoln is doing this, and the new Union is doing this, et cetera, et cetera. You know what? We're gonna make sure these niggas got religion. Because if we can't enslave them,
This nigga say Lincoln.
I'm just
Go
mentioning
ahead.
different names. But they basically said we gonna make sure these niggas ain't gonna really be free because we gonna press this God down their throat. You
Yeah.
understand? Down their
Yeah.
throat. You
Yeah.
understand? Down their
Yeah.
throat. Look, we press the same God down your throat that supposedly we serve, yet we treated you worse than we treated cows.
Facts.
So where the fuck did that make sense? But you understand?
At all.
Like where did that make sense? Right or wrong, Connie? Where did that make
Man.
sense? We treated
Don't
y'all
make me
worse than we
restart.
treated cattle, but we gonna push this same God. It's the same God. We gonna push him down your throats. And here we are. Here we are in 2026, and we all know those super uber religious people in our family, the Christians, the born again saints.
Did you see
No, I
Elon
don't
Musk
agree.
just presented that picture of Jesus?
If he don't stop,
And he was black.
if Elon
He
Musk,
was dark skinned.
if Elon
They said
Musk-
this has changed everything. Oh my Lord. I said Donald Trump
I need
took out
another
a hard
one.
money loan with
If
Elon.
Elon Musk don't stop, I'm so sick of him because he like the devil's
Elon
apprentice.
Musk is
Elon is like the devil's apprentice. to
a
me.
little baby.
You,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Lord.
That's just to me in my mind.
Man, I've been on all your conversation platforms tonight, being straight. I know. Thank you.
Thank y'all for following.
Thank you. I
Y'all
know
make
we
sure y'all
always
gonna have to
been.
follow Carmen San Diego. Y'all gonna have to follow Connie's page.
Yes.
Oh, we
We
got
on the
what we
road.
got going
We
over
taking
there?
the
Look,
podcast
what's
on the
that?
road.
We got text message going on over there.
No, I'm looking at Elon Musk and Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had to find out what's going
I
on.
was like, oh, I didn't see that. Wow, that's terrifying.
You know?
This is my third show today. I'm like,
But I thank you for coming.
Yes,
I truly,
blessed
like you actually.
favor. I hate
Hey
to keep
y'all, this
yawning.
is Connie.
It's been a
Connie was a
long
great
day.
guest. I thank her for coming. She was a great, like for real. I love people that are just like able to express themselves without fear of repercussion, without fear of rebuttal. You know, just be you. That's one thing about the Wire podcast. When you come on here, I want you to be you. I don't care what you do. I don't give a fuck if you sniff cocaine every day, if you shoot up dope. Just living your truth. I might make a little fun of it. I might poke at it. I might try to bring
The
you.
bun's coming apart.
I might try to bring you to a. Yeah, the bun is almost done.
The
The
bun
bun
is
is almost
done.
done. I didn't touch her.
The
It's
bun-
just almost
I'm
done.
done.
The bun is almost
The
done.
bun is honey.
You know,
right now. It's
I'm just letting y'all know we're coming to the
Not
end of this
stop at the store
segment.
for that.
I thank Connie for giving us a part 1 and part 2 of having her as a guest. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna clap it up for Connie.
Yes,
You know,
I'm your girl.
yeah, we like that Connie was here with us. You know what I mean? And we you know we raised some. One thing about us, it's almost like barbershop talk without the barbershop. Beauty shop talk without the beauty shop, you know what I mean? We just talk. I try not to, you know, overpower the women. They usually outnumber me anyway. You know, I just hold my own for the niggas out there. You know, I'm always representing for y'all. I hold my own and shit. And me and Wall Street, we're gonna always get into it here and there. That's just what we do. It's nothing. We like. It's too many years. We about to push soon 10 more years. We push a century. So
Who is?
10 more years, it'll be a century that I knew you.
You can't. The math is not mathing.
15.
That's not a century. A century's 100.
I mean, not century.
A decade?
No, a decade is 10 years.
Yeah. So then, what is it you want? It's decades. How many decades?
Damn, what's 25
She's
years?
like,
in
am
there?
I a vampire?
Yeah, I'm bugging. Yeah, what's 20? No, I'm out for a quarter of a century. I'm out for a quarter of a century. I knew I was right, like on a century. A quarter of a century. 25 years.
15 years is what we got.
And
This
10 more
year,
years, it'll be a
and 10
quarter
more
of a
years, it'll be
century.
a quarter.
Be a quarter of a
Yes.
century.
Nigga
Yeah,
said
I was
a
almost
century.
there. Y'all know I'm drinking that blueberry, you know, that blackberry crown. Hold on, shout out.
Dang, I didn't even
Shout
get to taste
out to
that.
my
You ready
fake
to
ass
check my
sponsor.
acid?
Shout out to my fake ass sponsor, Blackberry
Tell
Crown.
them
Shout out to my fake ass
Let
sponsor.
me taste that blackberry.
Shout out to my fake ass sponsor. You know, hopefully y'all will sponsor us.
One of these here days, we're gonna get it together.
Yeah, one of these
This
days.
is a shot. I mean, like,
Baby
okay,
shot.
okay.
Like a
Oh,
taste.
let's taste it. There you go, taste it.
You just smell that.
This shit rocking right here.
It wasn't like when I drank it.
Yeah, this shit
She
rocking.
should've tasted it. I
This
almost
shit
spit it
rocking
out.
right here.
Like she spit out that water.
I am not drunk.
Uh-huh.
Still, I think someone I'm drunk.
Dion, yes, she is.
No, I'm not. That's Tamani. I'm not drunk.
Tamani.
Who
yes,
was
she
that
is.
said they knew me? I need to go to their page.
Yep, it's me.
Somebody purpose.
Right, I need you to go to their
I know
page.
they was like, is that Bishop?
Right, I need you to go to their
You
page.
are known.
I know, that's
in the
crazy.
streets.
Because Connie don't know me for shit, so for somebody that
Connie,
follows...
everybody know Connie. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, shit, you showing me that everybody know me. Who the fuck was that? Damn, who was that?
Where the heck is it?
Right when you stop, you're gonna be able to
I think
see
it
all
was on
the
my other live. Because remember the phone
damn,
got
they didn't
hot.
come back. Damn.
I know what it was. I gotta go to it. I know the name,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I need to see who that was. They was on it.
But yeah, listen. It's
Well, I
always
definitely
gonna
love,
be up.
you
I
know.
know when we started.
It's always gonna be up over here.
Right. We love to talk. You know, we have conversations. We is the new podcast out. We talk about whatever. It is what it is. You have any suggestions, you follow the YouTube page, the Instagram page, the Twitch page. the Twitter page,
Oh,
the TikTok page, the Reddit page, the Discourse page.
I love it.
Yeah, we have-
MissConnieLV.
And we're going to have all Connie's information.
I'm like,
Once this
damn,
new episode is
my
posted, so y'all be able to follow Connie, get into her products and what she actually brings to the black community as far as women and men, and your sexual health in your bedroom and things that you could do to, further, further enhance your life. You know what I mean? Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Discard that. Yeah, that's cool right there. And, I just want y'all to, have fun, enjoy yourself, be safe out there. Black love and unity. Shout out to you colonials too. I hope y'all do all right. But black love and unity always,
Stay sucker free in a world full of lollipops.
Stay sucker free, baby. Thank you.
I can't even do it.
That was